All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're gonna be playing more Resident Evil, making more Jibble sandwiches. And what other lines are there? What are the other classics? Oh yeah, using powerful weapons, especially against living things. We're gonna be doing a whole lot of that. Where we left off, I believe we were just finishing up the cave section. So we're in a pretty good spot, if I do say so. Should be interesting. You're so optimistic. Yes, that's another line that we should get to hear today. Should being the key word, assuming I don't do what I do and die a bunch or something. Who knows? Who really knows? Hold on, do I have everything like lined up right for the 4x3? It's always kind of... There we go. Yeah, I do. You will? I don't think I will. We died once so far, and it was very unexpected. Like, even people in chat who really know the game were like, what? That happened? But I'm a bit of a professional when it comes to RE1, alright? I may not have all the item placements memorized and all that, but I know what I'm doing. I know my way around this one. I've been playing this shit for like 20 years, about. I do have a lot of saves, though. Thankfully, no ranking system in this game to worry about. Oh, yeah. Look at all those bazooka rounds. Oh, yeah. I'm a professional. Oh, boy. Yes, this is the right save. The second one is the one we want. Do I not have any healing items, like, made? Other than... I don't. Okay. I can mix some greens. Wow, I looped. I've used, like, almost the entire item box, which can happen in RE1 for sure. Hold on. We throw these together, just in case. We'll see what happens. The ranking system is our judgment. There's no ranking system here. All that we need for this first run is to get the best possible Gibble ending. As long as we do that, we're perfect. We're golden. That's all we need here. I don't know. Like, did I did not come all the way down here. I did this puzzle, right? Yeah, I have to have. I saw the item. Because you get one of the books from that. All right, Indiana Jones time. Like I said, I'm a bit of a professional, okay? I know what I'm doing. Grab this map that I definitely need. I don't see the item there. I guess it just doesn't render. Oh. Okay, that was a very good thing for me to check before just going ahead and assuming that I was totally done in the cave. It would have been a pain in the ass to need to come back for the MO disc. That's a good check. Good thought on my part. Now, I think we already went up here. But in case I didn't, we'll see. Hello, Guts. I am reading chat, yes. Just not, like, constantly reading it. What? Okay, we did come up here. 'Cause there's, like, 5 herbs in that corner. So I wanted to be completely sure. Yeah, picture of a wolf, okay. Black tiger, is that what that spider is called? Does the giant spider have a name? I've always just been like, yeah, it's the big ass spider. Hold on, Resident Evil Black Tiger? It does have a name. Clearly I'm the professional here, okay? Clearly. Like I said, I know what I'm doing. Chole doesn't read. They don't name it here. Or maybe they did in the manual. Could whip out the manual and see if it's in there. Because I think that's where, like in the original, I think that's where Jan got its name from too. I wouldn't... where did I learn Jan's name? Did I know it when I was little? That's actually a good question. Because I know in the, I think in the remake, they name Jan, like, specifically in, like, a note or something that you can find. But Black Tiger, I feel like I've never heard this before in my life. Okay, we need the medals. So the wolf medal and the eagle medal. Booyah. Gonna be all of them like the Metal Gear series? Yes. Just like the Metal Gear series. Also, hello, Tidbit. Is Black Tiger named in a note in the remake? Now I'm questioning myself. I can't believe that of, like, all the possible ways for my one death to have happened, it was the spider boss fight. But in all fairness, again, I didn't see it coming, and even people in chat were like, what? That was fast? I think I just got, like, rapid fire acid spit on and never saw it coming. It was wild. Did I ever even try to go through the door? It's welded and does not open. Which one were you? Of a wolf. Okay. Wolf metal. You go there. And then where's the other one? It's the opposite side, right? Yeah. Picture of an eagle right there. Boom. That's nice. Any thoughts on Master Collection? So many thoughts on it. I've talked a lot about Master Collection. I have it, and I've been using it lately to stream through MGS2. It's fine. It's like, if it's the only way that you can get all the Metal Gear games, like, on whatever system you play on, like, say you're on, like, I don't know, PS5, right? And so it's really like your only option for getting a lot of those games on that system. It works, but especially if you're like me and you're on PC, where you kind of have all those options available to you. The thing with the Master Collection is that none of the games in the collection are the best version of that game that you can get. So calling it the Master Collection is a little out there. But at the very least, like, it is just $60 for the, well, for Metal Gear 1 and 2, and then MGS 1, 2, and 3. I was gonna say, like, the first 5 games, but none of the spin-offs or anything are in there, so. Or I guess Snake's Revenge is in there as like a bonus, which is great. There's a plate on the right-hand side. So much for the Master of Unlocking. This is like the Novice Collection. Yeah, it's like, if it's the only option you have, then it's fine. But if you have, like, I'm trying to think for each specific game. Like, if you could just play the original Substance release of MGS, or not, sorry, original. If you could play, like, the PS2 Substance release of MGS3, that would be a better version than Master Collection MGS3. Stuff like that, right? It's just weird. Emergency exit. Down the ladder we go. After encountering 2 doors so far that Jibble could not unlock. Especially MGS3 is rough on the Master Collection. There's so many issues in that version of MGS3 that didn't exist in prior versions. It's... If you're on the PC version, then, like, you can mod it, which is great, to fix all the little things. But man, if you're on, like, the PlayStation or the Xbox version of Master Collection, you're just, like, you're shit out of luck, because that's what they sold you. Which, yeah. Thank you, Konami. Am I gonna need the bazooka anytime soon here? I might grab my pistol instead. I just don't think I'm gonna need that much firepower. We'll save those. Although Jill has the Magnum too. Hello, friend. Walk into it. It's just that easy. Flame is good for zombies, but so is just one shotgun round to the head. That's all you need. And, like, the pistol ammo... What else am I really using the pistol? Like, zombies and dogs. Nothing else. Flame works really well. Like, I know that the zombies technically do... I don't even know if RE1 has it. I know in, like, RE2... that basic zombies take more damage to flame rounds. But... most of the time, there's not really a reason to use, like, a grenade launcher on just a basic zombie. There is a plate, Jill. Visual data room. Electronically locked. Oh, another disc. I thought I was getting Steam notifications. These? Those? All the little beeps and boops. All right, let's drop some herbs and such off. I've already got a full inventory again. Man, speaking of notification sounds, I'm gonna be on False's stream tonight playing Halo 5. And so I had to turn on my Xbox One this morning and install Halo 5. And I had it just like on in the background while I was editing. And I did it through like OBS through my capture card. I just was lazily installing it like that. So I had my OBS open in the background like all morning, because it kept stopping the installation like on its own. I don't know why. I don't remember the Xbox One doing that, but it was doing that a lot. So I was like sitting here like editing and stuff, but also just keeping an eye on it. And any time that I got like that Xbox notification sound, it was like flash to the past, blast to the past. Blast is the word that they normally use there. Cool. Because they still use the same notification sound from like the Xbox 360. Also, Carter, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. Is this door locked? No. See ya, bitch. I don't want to deal with you right now. I have so much ammo. There's no way I need to be dodging zombies here. But now I'm almost curious how much ammo I could still have by the end if I did. It's a little dark. I will push the switch. You watch it like a hawk? No, I just had it on, and then because I had OBS open, I could hear the notification sound in my headphones just while I was editing. But yeah, the installation stopped like 6 times. And I don't know why. Anyway, lore time. Researcher's letter. June 8th, 1998. Dear Ada. Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive just as I expected. I feel like going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected, and I hope you never will be. In case you are the last one left, take the material in the visual data room and go to the power room to operate the triggering system before you escape. And make all this public through the media. I almost said media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with any name, with my name from the terminal in the small lab and enter the password. The password is your name. To unlock the door at B2 where the visual data room is located, you'll need to access with our names first and then enter another password. I've written where did all come from? I've written the code below. I'm sure you'll understand it easily. And this is my last hope. If you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. Yours, John. Her name is Ada Waite. Just Ada. I don't know what this Ada want. I don't know. Just Ada, I think, probably. Hello, Swift. John, Ada. That's a suspiciously 3D object right there. It's the one downside to the pre-render. I mean, it's maybe even an upside, I guess, just because it's like you can have you can see when something is interactable, right? Just by, at a glance, I'll take the random 3D object in the 2D room any day over slather it with yellow paint. It seems someone used this only recently. Oh, hell yeah. More bullets. Thank you. There's more? Can we go for 3? Are there 3 clips? I'm gonna have to go out of my way to call them clips every time. A buddy of mine just sent me... I saw I had like 3 Discord pings, so I decided to look and see if it was important. It's a friend of mine who sent me a YouTube link and said, now this is some real fighting game content. And the title of the video is, you know, like, I can see the embed. There's nothing crazy in the thumbnail, but the title is Street Fighter 6 new curvy Kimberly mod versus all other women. What is wrong with the FGC? Why? Ah, yes. Tree apple man woman. Oh. Something's written on. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Turn this off. Tree apple man woman? I don't think so. For the fighting, yes. For the fighting, of course. Where was that researcher's letter? Okay. So I need like the weird infinity M, and then the fish, and then the hook, and then the M. We're puzzling. Oh my god, the background is in 360p and I can't. I think, okay. I think the M in man and woman, those 2 M's, I think are the infinity ones, and the ones in the top 2 are different. Those are the normal M's, it looks like. But I gotta look really close. I think that's the case. So it's M. The first M, fish, would be O. Mope. Mope doesn't. Mope? Okay, wait. M-O. What was the third one? Oh, yeah, the barb. That's L. That's L. What was the last one? Oh, yeah, the M. So E. Mole. Mole is right. That's mole. I don't know. I was about to go and hit the switch again. So John, Ada, mole would be the 3 things to remember. John and Ada are pretty easy. Mole is the one that I'm really gonna have to... This is electronically locked? Don't tell me that this is electronically locked. Passcode panel. You don't have the passcode. All right, well, everything's locked down here. Electronically. Not just locked, electronically locked. We'll see you around, Guts. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, God. Do I have to? Oosh. Oh, I hear another one. Is that behind me? I don't know where that one is. I found it, I think. Oh, I can't see a goddamn thing. That's bad. Whoa! Got a little too close, a little too... Back off. No, back off. These guys got censored in later versions of the game. This is what I was... When I was just talking, like, random, like, differences between the versions on one of the other RE streams. These are the naked zombies that I was talking about that got removed from, like, later re-releases of the game. I don't know which ones specifically, but I know that there are some versions of RE1 out there. Haha! that don't have the naked lab zombies. They just put normal zombies down here instead. What is that? Donut. Oh, dude, actually, this is so random. I had like a legit Amish donut yesterday. And it was so, like, that's one of the best donuts I've ever had in my life. It was legit, it was so good. Various devices and chemicals. Nothing useful. Jill. Look at how many devices and chemicals are there. You're telling me that none of that is useful in a zombie outbreak? Computers used to open the electronic locks. Will you turn it on? No. Of course I'm gonna turn it on. The fuck? We're getting somewhere. We're getting places here. What was that? I wonder who is behind this operation. Oh, I don't know. Umbrella Computer Operating System, ROPLS. Copyright, Umbrella Corporation. Gee, I don't know who could be behind all this secret underground lab nonsense. John is the username. Ada is the password. Hackermans. I'm entering the system. Basement door lock. B2, please. Only 3 characters? Look, man, it was the 90s, okay? It was a different time. Permission denied. Try enter password. This is where we use Moly, potentially. Every piece of the computer has the logo. I don't know what you mean. It's only on the keyboard and the monitor and the base of the monitor, the monitor stand, and it's on the tower. It's on the screen when you boot it up, because apparently they have their own first-party operating system as well. It's not in that many places. The keys are working. The keys are working. Oh, this one didn't even need the password. Okay. It's just that easy. Why is the tower all wobbly? Again, it was the 90s. It was a different time. All done. Man, whoever could be behind this. Why is the tower wobbly? It was the future. I might be able to... Oh, no. He just flipped a slick 180 there. So the door upstairs should be open, and then the door in, like, the hallway should be open. We'll start with this. I don't... I'm close to having a full inventory, but I don't have one. So we'll keep her going. Keep this show on the road, as they say. A phone? An intercom. Okay. We don't have to be overly technical about these things. Does not seem to be operative. Unfamiliar physics symbols are... What, Jill? You don't know physics? I thought you were like Super Cop. Unknown physics symbols. Why doesn't she know physics? Oh. Slides. Hold on. Umbrella Incorporated. Bioorganic weapon official report. So does anyone have a theory yet as to who might be behind all this? Because I'm still kind of lost. I don't know about you guys. I don't think we can really say for sure yet. I think we just got to keep going. MA39 Cerberus. FI3 Neptune. MA121 Hunter. T002 Tyrant. Bioweapon Research Institute R&D staff. I bet it's all Microsoft's fault. Probably Barry. It could never be Barry. You shut your mouth. It would never be. It couldn't be. There's a panel. Yes, I'll open it. There's a switch. If I've learned anything, it's to press every button in this place. Hello. Barry, what have you done? Barry couldn't have created all this, you guys. He can't have. Lab key. Kazuhira Miller is a part of the R&D. I don't know who that guy was. He did look a little like Kazuhira Miller. Maybe. Key room key. I love the 3D models. I've been playing, what's it, RE2 for the last video. I played RE2 for the last video and I really missed the 3D models. Liquid is behind it all? It couldn't be. How could he even have built all this so quickly? I say about the guy who had like his own giant, what's it? Like future technology battleship with fucking Mount Rushmore like carved in the side of it. Surely he couldn't have pulled all this together in such a short amount of time. And a microwave hallway, yes, and an onboard super AI computer. God, not the naked zombies. These guys, I don't really do them much justice, the naked zombies, in terms of like being threatening. They actually are tougher than the basic zombie. But if you just bring a shotgun and pop the head off, that's all it takes. That, like, it's just... But I think if you use the pistol, they take like a good 2 or 3 extra shots. Not a lot, but it's noticeable. Fax were really in the 90s. 2, General Manager of Sanitation Division. From Special Committee on Disasters Raccoon's Special Research Department. You guys could use a better name. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. Regarding the T-virus outbreak which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the survey results, estimates on the amount of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half of the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all of the survivors show symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information considered by our company to be top secret has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe that some researchers were killed by these subjects and their bodies were mutilated. I don't think that's how you use the word peculiar. I don't know. I think it might be like a super niche use of it. Hold on. You're distracting me, but... Because when I hear it, I think of like strange. But there's got to be another definition. No, okay, it is just, it's a bad translation job. Yeah, the second definition is different from the usual, which would be the opposite of what that sentence is trying to say. They might have meant particular. Yeah, I was going to say particular is probably what they meant. Anyway, by curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research. However, there is also a very high risk that this news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain. However, we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We are especially concerned that the state police and S.T.A.R.S are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. That's a very normal fax to just find in a secret underground concrete lab, as you do. It's a passcode output machine. If I had an MO disk, I could get the code. Well, Jibble Sandwich. It just so happens that I know where to get such a disc from the item box. We got 3 of them. Yeah, the peculiar, I thought, like, I always just assumed, I'm like, it's got to be a weird, like, second definition that no one ever uses. But no, now that I've actually checked it, it is just a poor translation. It's just the wrong word. The bad guy in this game is Dr. Eggman. Could be. Shala Shaska is a good bet as well. He tends to be behind everything. If we've learned nothing else, we've definitely learned that he's typically pulling the strings on whatever it is that's going on. This actually works out because I can ditch this random green herb I've been carrying. Just swap her for an MO disc and we go. It's the Lalilule Low. Just don't mind me. I totally didn't break into this secret concrete bunker full of zombies. Naked zombies. Don't forget that they're naked. I wonder what the lore is behind all the zombies in the lab losing their clothes upon being infected. What's the deal with that? Surely there's lore, right? If we're naming the giant spider boss. Passcode 01. I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son. Genesis 22:16. Orgy? I mean, it's a crazy explanation, but yeah, why were all the researchers naked? Crazy questions typically lead to crazy answers. All right, we got one passcode punched in. Don't let me forget about that door, chat. That door is very important. Do not let me forget that door. The passcode door. It's important. For the ending, specifically. If we don't get in there, we don't get the ending we need. God damn it. Combine. Is this open now? What doors? Or there was a door on this floor. Oh no, the door on this floor was the one in the hallway. I was like, which one opened electronically? Ah, this was the one I had the key for. This is the part I had the key for. Or part door. God damn it, my brain today. We're struggling a little bit. He had his clothes on. So some of them weren't participating in whatever was going on that led to all of them not having their clothes on. Red herbs are good. I'll definitely take a red herb over a green herb at this point in the game. Shotgun shells are great. Very good, Jill. That is an operating table. And now it is 3D object slide puzzle time. Everyone's favorite. So just from memory here, so that I don't eat a little poison gas, the button in the middle there, that's right under the vent I want to get into, will trigger those to shoot out gas. So I need to like get the boxes on top of those, but leave room in the middle for the stairs, and then put the stairs in to be able to go up. You gotta give me a second. My brain has to... I think I get it. But again, I'm not good at these puzzles typically. Ooh, I almost stepped on the button. That actually would have been a massive pain in the ass. Resetting these rooms takes time. Okay, wiggle your way in there, Jibble. This seems right. I think I got it, actually. I think this is what we were supposed to do. This is beautiful. What a setup. It's perfect. It's all coming together. Behold. Oh, wait. Oh, we're not done yet. Hold on, this... Whoa. My controller, like, stopped inputting for a second. I didn't mean to do a full spin. We need to get this off of there. It fits. It's perfect. Why is my controller doing that? What is it happened again for like a very short second. That was John staying loyal to Ada. You know what? Sure, if that's the headcanon for the one not naked lab zombie down here, then yes. That's John. Another passcode machine. All right. We need the disc. Does this go back out into the center room, right? Okay. Oosh. Which corner is he around? He's up here. The way that the sound travels in this room is a little confusing. But we can make it work. Oh no, there's just more. Okay. Like on the other side of the circle, there were actually more of them. This one was not invited to the orgy. The one not naked zombie, it really raises some questions. Almost as many as all the naked zombies do to begin with. But the presence of one zombie that's not naked almost makes things more interesting. Just me? Can't just be me. Hold on, give me a green herb. We can throw those in there with the magnum. Sorry, the python, the Colt python. And I needed an MO disc. It's that door? Why do I not remember this quote? It's that door. It's a Resident Evil 4 quote. I mean, I guess it's not my most played Resident Evil over the years, but I like to think that I remember most of the cheesy bad lines from... Oh, it's that dog! You can't confuse me like that. Look what you did. It's that dog. I do remember him saying that. RE4 is also one of those games that, like, since the remake dropped, I have not gone back to the original since. I said since twice. Okay, we're safe for now. Yes, please, bro. You can't slightly change the quote. Then you're not quoting it anymore. What is my controller doing? Weirds me out when it does. That's like, I swear it only just started happening. I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies. Genesis 22:17. These are some crazy passcodes. They're just putting in entire Bible verses as their passcodes. How does that work? Do you... Like, I'm getting the little printed out slips, I guess, but like, what? Is it really reading the entire verse to make sure? Am I asking too many logistical questions? Oh boy, that, yeah, Gibble health. It's not an Xbox controller, no. Changing the quote slightly makes it fair use. Depends. It depends. I still can't get over Tom, one of my mods for people who are new, messaging me a couple days ago at like 10 p.m. Like, I was about to go to bed. And out of the blue, Tom messages me. He also does some videos here and there on YouTube, and he is like, hey, so this like Spanish guy on YouTube straight up ripped my video. Like, the thumbnail's the same, the entire script is the same, like the edit, it's my footage, it's all one-to-one, but he just translated it into Spanish and claimed it as his own. And I'm like, what? And I go, like, I get the link from him and I look at it, and sure enough, it's just Tom's video. But like, one-to-one, the guy just translated the script to Spanish, re-recorded it with his own voice, and then in the comments, he dropped a pinned comment on his video, and it said like, hey guys, sorry for the wait. I spent so much time like playing through... There's more than one clothed zombie down here. Now we have more questions. Sorry. He had a pinned comment on the video that was like, I spent so long getting all the gameplay and writing and recording the script and yada yada. And me and Tom are looking at it and we're like, no, you didn't. No, you did not. So Tom's like, what can I do? I'm like, this is a fair takedown. Because of course, everyone always is nervous with like copyright stuff on YouTube because like the biggest no-no, at least as far as just what is generally understood, like copyright strikes are a big no. But they're a big no when it's like people wrongfully using the system to just keep you from saying bad things about them. It's not a big no-no when someone straight up just steals your video and claims it to be theirs. And this guy had like an established YouTube channel. Like he had a bunch of subs, a bunch of views. His upload of the video actually got more views than Tom's did, which is one of the reasons that Tom was like, what can I do? Oh, that's right. They don't stack up in this version. Oh, shit. Okay. Or not stack up. Sorry, in later RE games, the bazooka can just hold as many of one round type as possible. Like if you've got them, they can be loaded in, but I forget RE1 is different. So yeah, Tom was like, what do I do? And I'm like, this is one where you can actually issue a takedown for this video. And we sent out the one that was through YouTube. Like they get notified that they have 7 days to remove the video. And if they don't, they'll get a copyright strike. And within like 6 hours, I checked like 6 hours later when I woke up, it was already taken down. Like the guy immediately took the video down. But it makes me wonder if like the rest of that dude's videos are all just other people's videos that he like stole and translated from a different language. Because I went and looked at his other stuff. And oh, sorry, the one crazy thing with Tom's too, one of the crazy things with Tom's as well was in the pinned comment where he was like, I spent so long working on this. He was like, oh, and by the way, all the in-game text is in English because I bought an English key for the game off of like a key selling website. What? And it makes me wonder because like I looked at some of his other videos and all of them have like English text in the gameplay. So I feel like this guy just has like a whole channel built up of like taking English videos and translating them into Spanish and claiming them as his. Because it really looks that way. It has no power. The lights are on, man. There's a switch. Yes. Oh, there's no reaction. It has no power. All right. It has no power. But I was talking about that whole thing on stream yesterday. And like, it was crazy to me to see the video get taken down so fast. That's the no power light. Now, how does that make sense? Oh, fuck. Not these bastards. I could probably bring the bazooka and kill these guys, the chimeras in here. I've never actually tried to kill them. I always just run by. Passcode out. Okay. We have to take a lap. We need an MO disc. Oh, let me leave. Oh, thank you. Sorry, what I was going to say is, whenever I've had people straight, like, re-upload my videos, and I've had to issue takedowns for it, I always send like the 7-day notice one where it gives them a week to take it down without getting a strike on their channel. And they never take the video down themselves. They'll wait the whole week and eat the strike. Like they'll just tank the copyright strike for some reason. I don't know why. I've legit never had someone I've issued a takedown to actually take down the video themselves. They always wait for YouTube to do it. Which is the craziest thing to me. They keep fireflies in the no power light. Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that? The good old firefly light. Where the fireflies only light up when there's no power. Guy was doing an uppercut. He was going for the big launcher. Oh god. As long as I move through here fast enough, the Chimera can't hurt me. They're special T-virus fireflies. Oh, of course. Of course. I don't know if I have to do this, but it makes me absolutely sure that I'm lined up with the machine. Passcode 03. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me. Genesis 22:18. Okay, we're fine. Just keep her going. And there's another one. Okay, we're fine. Are they in RE5? It's been so long since I've actually played through all of RE5. And it is so loud in here. Good lord. A power connection switch. The elevator power is off. Will you connect it? Yes. The power isn't supplied to the elevator. Why not? I'm missing something. With the insta-kill move? I don't remember this. It's a triggering system activator. It's quite big. There's something else somewhere in the power area. It's not in this room. It's probably on the other side from like the very first door. God damn it. Oh shit. I'm actually surprised I've taken this many laps through here without getting hit by a Chimera yet. I normally take a couple smacks from them. 'Cause they're quick. Quick little bastards. There's nothing in there. Oh god. Why is he on the ground? Oh god. Oh my god, why? No, please. A power panel. Some areas do not have power. Will you activate? Yes. Yes. Run. How did I not get hit? Everything should be on. Unless I have to like take a lap or something. The elevator should work now. But I also got the third passcode for the big door. And I have to remember to go do that. It's of a very high priority here. Because otherwise we're not going to get the reward for this playthrough and we're going to have to do another Jill playthrough. So I just have to be absolutely sure that I don't mess this up. I just beat the Elden Ring DLC. Is the final boss as hard as everyone says it is? Or is everyone being a big baby? Because I'm close to finishing the DLC, but I'm not quite there yet. You've entered the passcode. Oh yeah? Why? There's no way. There's no way that it's as hard as everyone said. He be hard. I don't believe you, bitches. I still don't believe you. Even though everyone so far has said he's
Jill,
that hard.
Is that you, Jill?
Oh, Chris, you're alive!
Of course. Damn it, we're in quite a predicament, Jill.
I know, Chris. Anyway, I have to open this room. It doesn't work. Well, Chris, I'll be sure to come back and help you soon. Will you wait here?
Thanks. I'll be waiting here for you.
Will you wait here? Yeah, Chris, do me a favor. Don't go anywhere, man. I'll be back. This is how real people communicate. This is how human beings have a conversation, definitely. It sounds like this. He sounds like this. Unfortunately, Jess wasn't here for the Chris appearance. Oh my god, and once we finish the Jill run, we're gonna be playing as Chris. Of all the times for Jess to not be here, complaining about the lack of Chris Redfield, it's the one time that he's gonna be here. I saw, she is here. Never mind. Hello, Jess. Did you see Chris? Would you wait? I'm still not over. Would you wait here? There's no power reaction. It has no power. Okay, wait. Hold on. Assuming it's all hooked up, right? Because I think it is. Let me use my total, how do I word this even? Allow me to use my gut instinct that is not based on actual experience to predict that now might be a good time to grab some extra ammo, firepower, heals, and to maybe drop a quick save. That's what I meant to say. Get that Colt Python, that bazooka. I was gonna say there's no Chris, and then he appeared on screen. I was like, well, there's my complaint guy. Did you get here like right as he popped up? Was it just a timing thing? 11 saves. What is this casual shit that I'm doing? It actually has been nice to just take a really slow, casual run of RE1. I don't do this often. Normally when I do rerun RE1, it's pretty fast, and I don't save 11 times. One more mixed green herb, just for the hell of it. Let's go see if that elevator works. It was like he summoned me to stream. Ah, of course. He probably did. It worked.
Jill!
Barry! I love this man.
Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going.
Once again, when real human beings have a conversation, this is what it sounds like. Just so everyone is on the same page. This is what it sounds like. I've gotten comments from people on the first couple RE videos telling me that the voice acting in these games is actually good and I'm just dumb.
Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy S.T.A.R.S?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred.
What?
Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having S.T.A.R.S nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Shame on you, Barry.
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How
No.
come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant. Oh!
Barry.
Barry,
Sorry, Jill.
how is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill,
Oh, here it
What?
comes.
do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for S.T.A.R.S if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then.
It's that exchange is so painful every time. Do you think we could see Tyrant now? Oh God. It's kind of unfortunate with the voice acting in RE1 because like the actual content of the story is good, but it can just be so hard to take seriously when the characters talk like this. When I was a kid, I didn't even notice, but now I'm like, oh my God.
Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
It's not?
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature.
Oh, also, we got the good ending. He looks pretty developed to me. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think he's pretty much done at least. But yeah, we got the good ending now.
Damn you!
No, Barry! No!
It can't control what it does.
Oh God. Oh God, Jill. Ow! What the fuck? You stay back. I can't see it. Oh God. Boosh. I saw blood. Fuck, I missed. Ow! Okay, we're still yellow. Ooh. I think I have one in the chamber. 2. I corrected myself internally after I said it. I was like, I only shot 4. Safety heal. Oh, that hit. I thought I missed. Yeah, that's right. Greatest biological weapon, my ass. Barry. Where's Barry?
Barry? Barry?
It should not have hit. It shouldn't have.
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
All right. The control device for this room. Okay. It did psychological damage. He already knew that he was 1 shot away. He just gave up even though it missed. He thought it hit him. You know, he psyched himself out and he thought he was dead. Placebo effect. I don't know why his heart is on the right. That's a genuinely good question. I don't know why his heart is on the opposite side.
What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Wesker must have set it off.
take cover
There's not much time left for us.
unlock all rooms for
There's not. All right, chat. There's one more pit stop we have to make on the way out. There's one more person that we can't forget. Be more concerned about it being on the outside rather than it being on the right. I mean, both are good questions. The door.
the triggering system has now been activated.
You get him, Barry.
All researchers
Barry motherfucking Burton.
unlock all rooms for evacuation.
That was the whole tyrant battle. 6 shots, 7. Oh, I guess I only hit 6. Ooh! Why are they out here? Oh god, there's another. Why are there Chimera out here? No way. You don't understand. RE1 Cult Python does ridiculous amounts of damage. Like, if you don't save up the Magnum rounds, that fight is a lot harder. I just, you know, I'm a professional. I come prepared. Chris! Your door magically opened when the self-destruct started, Chris.
Oh, Jill!
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
So everything is done?
Yep.
Well, almost, yes. Now let's go.
Everything is done. Don't mind the alarms. Come on, Chris. We gotta go. Where? There you are. Those arms are too spindly. Whose? Jill's? Or Chris's?
Let's go!
Actually, I was gonna say that Chris is still pretty big here, but Barry's arms are like massive. I think Barry is the most like big buff man of the squad in this game. Now that I'm really looking at, whoa, whoa, that was a little close. Oh shit! I do have flame rounds loaded. Stand back. Oh god, I can dodge this one like a pro. Oh, I can't find the door though. You forgot RE6, Chris. I did not forget. Is he bigger in 6 or 5? I think he's bigger in 5. Probably.
Let's go!
I mean, he's about the same in both of them, but I think he is a little bigger in 5. He's actually fucking huge in Village. Like, once he takes that big jacket off that he has on for the majority of the game, he's actually massive in Village. Not to underestimate him there by any means. He is ginormous in Village. When he gets that like skin tight shirt near the end, you realize that he's actually still huge. Well, I guess huge again because RE7 Chris happened in the middle. RE7 Chris forgot to take his roids.
Hurry!
Yeah, look, Barry's way bigger than Chris here. Barry's the big muscly man this time around. That's got to be the canon explanation. 7 is just the only game like post RE5 where he wasn't taking his drugs.
Running out of fuel. If there is anyone alive, contact me now, okay? This is your last.
Come on, Brad. We need you, Brad. Oh, the battery. I actually, when I was doing the review playthrough for RE1, or I guess the Jill playthrough of it, I did get the best ending on both Chris and Jill while recording for that video. But when I played as Jill, I forgot to grab Chris at the end.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
So I got this, but just no Chris. He wasn't here.
Oh no, you must be kidding. After you've come all the way here.
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris,
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
See ya, guys. I'll just go without you. You can stay here to fight the monsters. RE5 had bigger arms than 6, can confirm. No, there's no way that he's bigger in Village than he is in 5. I'm just saying he's like really big in Village. But you just don't realize it until the end of the game. Because he's got that massive jacket on for like 80% of it. But he is real big in Village too. All right, take the flare. Brad, come redeem yourself, Brad. You don't know what we've been through because of you, man. Hello, Brad. Shadow Brad. Oh, shit. He's back. Oh, God. Jill, once again, you can't just stand there like that. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Okay. I got launched. Oh! I don't know what my health situation is like. Oh, God. Spacing is important. Ow! Fuck! We're gonna safety heal that. Oh, fuck! Again! Ah! Oh my God. I'm in the orange already. Bazooka time. I'm out of Python ammo. Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't get clipped there. Please. Woo! Mr. Tyrant. Oh, God. Okay, run. Oh, fuck. That was 4 bazooka rounds. Oh, sweet Jesus. Leave me alone. Oh!
It's coming! Jill! Kill that monster! You're Amazon, Jill!
I'm an Amazon. Don't mind if I do. Just take the R launcher Oh, I didn't equip it. You stay back. Oh, take this. Oh. There we go. Jesus. Now he's dead. After examining the evidence thoroughly, RE5 Chris does indeed have bigger arms. RE8 looks a bit more well proportioned. I think he looks great in 8. Definitely. Amazon Prime delivery. I think he means Amazon like a woman warrior. Come on, Brad, get us out. This should be the best possible ending. We got Barry, we got Chris. I think this is, oh no. Technically this ending is different than doing the exact same thing without Chris. But I think this is the only way that Barry can survive. Yeah, Barry! He made it! And we left Rebecca. Who? Don't know who you're talking about. There are also endings where the mansion doesn't self-destruct. So like the facility will just stay there. Barry the goat. I think Barry dies in every other ending. I think that's right. Aside from the exact same one with Chris also being there. I know there's one where Barry like bleeds out in the lab before you even escape. And I think there's also one where he just like completely gets left behind. Now to the Chris campaign. It is Chris time. We never saw the scene with Barry coming and saving me from the plant with the flamethrower. That scene is badass. But if you're doing the best ending, it won't happen. The credits is always the best part of these old PS1 Resident Evil games. Yeah, we did V-Jolt. Barry coming in and knocking out Wesker is great too. So RE1, I didn't talk about this in the video at all. RE1 is really finicky with the canon of like what scenario actually happens, because the actual like canon of what happened in RE1 is a weird mix of various different scenarios. So from that one, like what happened to Wesker with Barry coming in and knocking him out, that's not canon. Trying to think. Oh, Chris being in the cell is not canon. Nor is Jill being in the cell in Chris's scenario. Neither of them ever get held in the cell. Like in terms of the actual series canon. And there are officially 4 survivors, not 3. But there's no ending where all 4 can survive in one playthrough. He has a very ugly haircut in 6. What are you talking about? That special key, by the way, that's what we need. You only get it from doing the best ending on each character. They each have their own key. So there were 3 things we needed to get in RE1. We need to get each character's key. And then we need to get the infinite ammo rocket launcher unlock as well, which is a whole other thing. For now, we get Chris's key. We do not insult Chris in this chat. Maybe sometimes. Doesn't Jill get captured by Wesker? Not in RE1. It does happen at one point, but not here. Both of them are actually like running around the mansion doing their thing. Canonically. I chose Chris, right? We get to watch this beautiful opening once again. I think it's worth the watch the second time. It's just that good, you guys. It's just that good.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
Brave Lord Nito, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
Chris decided that if he was gonna kill zombies, he might as well be able to punch them to death. His arms in RE5 are just something else.
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Kazuhira Wesker is back. No, you guys, come on. He has a real villain name for his first name. Albert.
Joseph!
Joseph! This opening does not get old.
No! Don't go!
Just so bad. It's so bad. Like in the best possible way.
Jill, run for the house!
Now this is where things start to change, though.
There are only 3 S.T.A.R.S members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
What? We don't know where Barry is?
Chris Redfield.
Ah, yes, once again, the censored Chris Redfield intro. Because he smokes a cigarette in the actual intro. So they just threw a little screen over top of it for this version. It's like the laziest censorship of the cutscene ever.
Rebecca Chambers.
Who?
Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
By dogs and dinosaurs? No. Dogs that are dinosaurs, of course. It's the only logical explanation. We don't know where Barry is.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
You guys ready for the... right off the bat, there are a couple big things that I can show you for Chris being hard mode. There are some more overall changes with Chris, but immediately there's a couple really big ones. First of all, only 6 inventory slots compared to 8. So there's going to be a lot more laps to the item box during the Chris run. Second of all, he doesn't start with a gun. He starts with nothing but a knife and a single first aid spray. So we're in for a special run. More general stuff is in this original PS1 release, because I know that they changed this in certain re-releases, and I don't think the PC version is like this. I don't recall. Again, there's like 7 versions of RE1 out there, and it's hard to keep track of all of them exactly. But in the original PS1 release, and I think also the director's cut, there are more enemies present in Chris's campaign than in Jill's. And enemies also take more damage to put down in Chris's campaign than they do in Jill's. So we're in for a treat. I am not fighting this guy. There's no way in hell. Not with the knife. I will start maybe using the knife a little bit once I have more healing items. Did they do this instead of just adding a difficulty option? Yeah, the characters are just different difficulties. There is no like easy, hard, or anything like that in RE1. Like when you say new game, you just go to the character select. But later re-releases did add like an easy mode and like a beginner mode. It's called different things in different versions. Like
Wesker?
easy,
Jill?
beginner, training mode. It's called all sorts of different things. But the original just doesn't have difficulties aside from the 2 characters.
What happened to Jill and Wesker?
I like riding a bike. Remake has a lot of difficulties. I think it has 5 in total. And what's funny, if you ever play the remake and you're not familiar with it, when you first start up the game, it's gonna have like 3 difficulties that aren't directly named, but it has like a short description. And the 3 difficulties it presents you with are not easy, normal, and hard mode. Like they look like they are easy, normal, and hard mode. They're not. They're actually easy, very easy, and normal mode. So choose the hardest one if you ever play the remake. Just a quick PSA on that. Because of those first 3 that it gives you, the hardest one is normal difficulty. So a lot of people who play the remake first end up playing on easy mode unintentionally for their first playthrough. Because to be honest, if you read the descriptions, it makes it sound like easy mode is normal mode. I just phased through that. Give me my ink ribbon. Welcome back, Jess. If I go and put down that zombie, there are a couple of clips in that guy's crotch. So we can profit on the ammo here. They were trying to compensate for DMC3. This was before DMC3. The remake was in 2002. I left it on for a while and everything. Yeah, that'll happen. Oh. Okay, I didn't think he was gonna be like right in the corner like that. Oh my god. I'm here to profit ammo. Okay, friend? The less bullets you take, the better for that. I can wait. 6. Yeah, he's dead. 6. I'm already gonna be pushing the inventory, or the inventory limit. It's Kenneth from S.T.A.R.S Bravo team. Now he's become a mere shadow of his former self. I almost want to go and pull up the RE1 remake descriptions so that I can just show you, like, they make easy mode sound like normal mode and normal mode sound like hard mode. I have so many friends who tried to play RE1 remake as like their first RE game and they chose easy mode, and then they were like, people always say this shit's hard. It's not. Hold on. Yeah, it asks you, okay, here it is. It asks you, like, how do you like your game experience? And your three options are, like, taking a walk, like, riding a bike, and, like, climbing a mountain. And climbing a mountain is normal difficulty. Which is, yeah, you can see where people might get confused with that one. We're going to get an RE7 stream playthrough. Do you know how many games there are between now and then? I could go and tell you. I don't know it off the top of my head, but RE7's actually a long way out. RE is very funny with the spin-offs if you go by release order like we are. What is hard mode then? You have to beat the game on normal mode to unlock hard mode. Let me enjoy the thought. You can enjoy the thought, I'm just saying. Like the first few Resident Evil games have no spin-offs. Like the original trilogy all came out like back to back to back. But then there were a shit ton of spin-offs mixed in with the mainline games for like a solid decade. And then they kind of went back to not doing spin-offs. Like pretty much when 7 came out was when they stopped doing spin-offs again. And since then, it's been like all mainline again. I mean, the description, you don't get one because you don't get like the question sheet anymore at that point. It'll just ask you what difficulty you want when you go to replay the game. It's just poorly worded for the first playthrough, because if you don't already know that climbing a mountain means normal mode, you're probably not going to pick it. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to count out, including this one, how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3. Resident Evil 7 is the 23rd Resident Evil game in release order. Which is awesome. There are a lot of spin-offs. In the 2000s, they went crazy with Resident Evil spin-offs. Because it really does. It goes like RE1, 2, and 3, and then there's a spin-off. And then there's Code Veronica, which is a mainline game. And then there's 2 more spin-offs, and then the remake, and then 0, and then 3 more spin-offs, and then 4, and then 2 more spin-offs, and then 5, and then 4 more spin-offs, and then 6, and then 2 more spin-offs, and then 7. It gets crazy. 0, yes. 0 is a prequel game. It's a prequel to 1. Code Veronica on 360 is the furthest I've ever gotten. Code Veronica is good. Very, very underrated Resident Evil game. Like, seriously underrated. The 360 and PS3 version is the worst version, though. Hence the, Let's leave our weapons in the main hall because you don't have item boxes. 0 has some interesting design decisions. Surely. RE4 mod with fixed cam, is there such a thing? Not that I've ever seen. I don't know. I don't think people would want to play RE4 with fixed cam. At least in my experience. RE4 fans tend, like the people who are really big on RE4 tend to not be very big on the fixed camera games. So I just don't know how much interest there would be. I would probably like something like that as someone who likes both styles of game. Or are you gonna do them release order? Survivor is underrated. I can't say. I haven't played like really any of the spin-offs outside of Revelations 1 and 2. And I never finished Revelations 2. So, yeah. I've played all the mainline ones and like none of the spin-offs pretty much. Great, there's 3 zombies in this hallway instead of 2 because Chris mode. Oh God. But I can say for sure, I've heard people talk about Survivor a lot. Never really in a positive way, but I've certainly heard a lot of people talk about it. Fixed camera mod is something I would play. I know that the RE2 remake recently got like a really high quality fixed camera mod that a lot of people have been playing lately. There goes all the pistol ammo. There goes all the pistol ammo, just trying to make this a safe hallway. Yeah, we're playing Chris mode. The ammo is going to be a lot tighter. The Chris playthrough doesn't fuck around. It's locked. Carving of a helmet. It makes you work for it, for sure. Like some people do really... I enjoy a Chris playthrough of RE1. I feel like OG RE1 doesn't really have a perfect difficulty playthrough. Like Jill is a little too easy. Chris is a little too much. There's no like perfect middle ground with OG RE1. The remake's a different story. But we get there when we get there. Fuck. And there's one in the corner. And there's one in the corner. Can we play Concord? No.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the S.T.A.R.S Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
Mm-hmm. That's neat. Thank God for item box. Oh yeah, there's clips. Hold on. Damn it. I just remembered when seeing these. Yeah, that doesn't work. I got a comment on the RE1 video saying that you actually can, like, stack the items automatically with the item box without needing to close out of the item box menu and open up your actual inventory and all that by using the bumpers. And I saw that comment and I was like, there's no way that I've never known about this. And I meant to try it today and yeah, it don't work. Aha! Oh, I should have gone the other way first. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a good showcase of it. But This sword key, Jill never gets the sword key in this game because all the sword key doors in her playthrough open with the lockpick. So that's another Chris hard mode thing, is he has less inventory slots, and at the very start of the game, you have to use one of those inventory slots to even be able to open the doors that Jill doesn't need a key for. Just more Chris hard mode things. They didn't give Chris a break on OG RE1's release. Director's cut and stuff would make him like slightly easier than in this super OG version.
Well, what should I do now?
But
If you
he
go
was
out
just
to
always
search
the hard
for
mode.
the other members, how about letting me come with you?
No. No, Rebecca. You are not coming with.
It's pretty dangerous outside. Let me take care of it.
I understand. For now, I'll wait here, since there are a lot of chemicals in this room and they might be useful. Well, I'll look over the chemicals.
You do that. What? What is she saying? This one has the realistic haircut. What realistic haircut? Why don't you use the knife? It's so hard to use the knife in the old tank control games. The knife is really just there so that you technically have something to use to kill enemies if you completely run out of ammo. But it is not good. Like you, especially in RE1, your spacing with the zombies has to be like perfect to be able to use the knife without taking damage. You really have to know what you're doing. And I've played a lot of RE1, but I really try to avoid situations where I need the knife. So even I'm not very good with it. Knife only run when? A lot of people, I think for the remake, we're gonna have to do a knife only run, actually. But the knife only run is pretty much gonna be me running around the majority of the enemies. I'm not really gonna be fighting with it. Is it possible to kill it? It's possible, but you have to be like very precise with it. It's not easy at all. You're like, most of the time you're just gonna trade damage back and forth when you try to use the knife, and the zombies will kill you faster than you kill them with the knife. Knife only in RE1 remake? I thought so. Yeah, once we get to the games that are on Steam and like achievements and stuff get thrown into the mix, it's gonna get a lot spicier with like challenge runs and stuff. RE7, I've never done a full playthrough of Madhouse difficulty. From what I've played, I never thought it was that hard. But people say that Madhouse is a really hard mode to beat. I've seen knife only runs on every game. Yeah, people do them on every game. But as far as 100% is concerned, we shouldn't need to do any until, I believe, RE1 Remake will be the first game where we'll like actually have to sit down and do some knife only stuff. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. There we go. With more ink ribbons? Okay. Just to make things a little spicy, there's a difficulty mode harder than it in the free DLC. In Chris's DLC? Chris's DLC has a difficulty above Madhouse? I'm actually learning about this for the first time. I've never heard about this. Not Chris's DLC. Yeah, the Imposter Chris DLC. Yes. the easiest of all RE games? 7 in general? Or you mean like Madhouse is the easiest hard mode of the games? Tom is gonna be so jealous of me by the end of this journey. Just Matt. So it's like the easiest hard mode is what you're saying of the RE games. I guess I don't know. I've never actually played RE1. What's it called? What's the hard mode in like the director's cut or DualShock? I don't remember.
Ah, Chris. This room is fully equipped with medical supplies. I can treat you, except for your major injury. Would you like me to?
My major injury? What injury are you talking about, woman? I don't have a major. I haven't taken damage yet. No.
I'm okay, but if something happens to me, please take care of me.
Okay, you can depend on me. But we only have enough medicine for 3 more doses. Excuse me, but you aren't mad at me about all that, are you?
Oh, of course not. You were pretty worried though, weren't you? Hey, we're partners, aren't we? Let's work together.
Yes, sir! I'll do my best!
All right. I just wanted to drop a save. Ethan gets another mode that's like a randomized super nightmare in the free DLC. Is it actually randomized? Like, is it legit a randomizer thing? So that sounds pretty fun, actually. I love me a good randomizer. Oh man, I could actually do randomized runs using the GOG ports. Because there are a bunch of randomizer mods for like the whole PS1 trilogy. They just are all for the PC versions, like the Windows versions. Which prior to the GOG ports, I never had. And even though I don't love the GOG ports compared to the old PS1 versions, I might be able to put up with some subtle version differences if it were for the sake of doing randomized runs. Carving of armor. Is this unlocked? This is unlocked. Yes. Pretty fun, but gets old fast, at least for me. Man, I love a randomizer mod. I remember this hallway specifically because it was a big pain in the ass for me when I was doing the review playthroughs. I'm gonna get bit. Oh, I'm gonna get bit twice. I'm gonna get bit thrice. Am I dead? Okay, no. Dude, I'm not even close. Chris is a tank. I got bit 3 times and I'm still yellow. Man, this is way better. If Jill got bit 3 times, she would be dead from full health. I forget how significant the health difference actually is. That's a crazy difference. I don't have the chemicals. I haven't been to the other side where the chemicals are. I can't get through here yet. I can open up the shortcut. I think I can get into the itchy tasty room. Sexism in RE1. Have you seen this big, bulky boulder man, Chris Redfield? It's okay, Jill gets the easy mode. Anyway, fuck! Oh, I panicked. He's still not dead. Okay, yeah, we're orange now. And I'm down to 13 shots. Let me take a look. Such a big, bulky man. Some tigers have a red eye and a blue eye. That has to still be my favorite puzzle hint in this game. Some tigers have a red eye and a blue eye. How do you get the character model to not flicker when moving in Duck Station? It's one of the geometry fixes that does it. Because the PS1 models, they're not flickering. What's happening is the models are clipping into themselves like crazy. Which you don't notice a ton when you're playing the games at 480i on like an actual PS1. But you start upscaling and yeah, you realize that especially in RE1, it happens in 2 and 3 as well. But especially RE1, the models are just clipping through themselves like a ton. Ay, ay, ay. Might have to use this aid spray, man. I might have to use it. You think I could bolt out of this corner real quick? Whew. I gotta be able to see him, though. Oh, for fuck. Shit. All right, we got 22 shots. But I want it to wobble. It's the same thing. You either get the clipping with wobbling or neither. Because it's one of those fixes that does both. Do I need to read this again? Because this is long. I don't think we need to read the documents again. Watching the intro was worth it. But I don't want to read the documents. I think all the documents are shared on RE1. On 2, there are some that are exclusive to like one or the other. But I think all of them in RE1 are found on both playthroughs. Saves bullets. We could take the knife to try to like save some shots. It's just an inventory slot, right? It would save like 1 or 2 shots per zombie though. Yeah, both of these are still alive. I forgot I left them. I heard one of them step and I was like, wait, what? Speaking of saving bullets, that's a big way to save bullets. Those two. Makes it a little sketchy, but now we have the shortcut open. Yeah. I have to down a zombie here. Like where I'm going right now, so this is probably worth it. Oh, that's right, Rebecca can heal you. I forget. I forgot that that was a thing. Genuinely. And it's kind of huge because Chris's campaign has less herbs and stuff laying around.
Are you all right?
Not really.
Want me to treat it?
Please, please treat it. I forget you can do this. That was a good shout because I genuinely didn't think of it while I was here. Thank you, Rebecca. Is that full? That is a full heal. She knows what she's doing. I mean, clearly she's like the only, Bravo team member to survive. For a second, I psyched myself out and I was about to say Alpha team. I'm Alpha team. I'm pretty sure. Now I've just confused myself. I'm just better off not killing enemies. That's how I feel about the knife in most of the old games. I'm like, if I really have to use it, like if I genuinely have no other option, then sure. Otherwise, I would rather just run around them. But for like this situation, just getting a quick stab in while they're down saves a bullet. Oh God. Holy shit. Okay, maybe he's gotta. Please. Bruh, okay. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna get bit here. Okay, he's actually dead. Jesus Christ. I took a risk there. Why are they so tanky on Chris's run? That's crazy. 7 pistol shots and 4 stabs with the knife to put that guy down, like legitimately. What the fuck? Seeing Rebecca like that after playing RE0, why isn't she soloing the entire game by now? It's just because they didn't plan on that at all. That's kind of one of the things with Zero. In terms of me and a lot of fans, like story-wise, I think Zero is supposed to be canon, but it's one of those stories that like Zero being canon just feels really unnecessary and also leads to weird inconsistencies with the existing material at the time, like RE1 and 2. We cannot quick turn. Quick turn was not a thing until RE3. Yeah, 3. It was new in 3. Which is why I get freaked out when I'm backed into a corner like that, because I actually have to do the spin. It exists on 2? I don't think it does. Unless I'm crazy wrong, I don't think it does exist on 2. Classy blue jewel, shining beautifully. The multiple body parts. Low poly joints just look awful when bent. They do. They do look bad when they're bent. That's part of when you upscale the game, you notice how bad like the joints and stuff look when they're bending here. If you were rocking that true 480i, you wouldn't really see it. Especially on a CRT back in the day. Right, it all kind of like smooths over. Crest acquired. We're cooking. Slowly but surely. And I've got some room. Can I open the piano room right now? I think I can. It's sword key, isn't it? Yeah, because it's lockpick on Jill's playthrough. I definitely can. I definitely can. Is quick turn in 2? There's no way it's in 2. It can't be in 2. You can't. No. Is it maybe on a re-release of 2? Is it one of those situations? Because I believe RE1's PC versions have quick turn. At least some of them. I'm not entirely sure. Again, old RE versions. It's just too many. With all their weird little differences. I can never keep track. We're in piano room, bitches. You guys ready for the first installment of a running series I like to call Chris Redfield is a fucking caveman in Resident Evil 1? Like actual Ooga Booga caveman. Check this out. This is the first instance of it. Chris unfortunately can't read the music.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Knock yourself out with that piano, Rebecca.
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Good thing they know how to play piano or we'd be screwed. Legitimately, if Chris didn't have Rebecca here, he would just be screwed. He wouldn't be able to get further into the mansion without her and her piano skills. Yeah, I could yap about Zero's story. It's weird. I try to be Mr. Fair. RE0's tough. I really want to like RE0. I do. I want to give it credit for like everything that I can. But it's hard. It's hard. It's one of those games that's hard for me to be very generous to. Just now I remembered I'm a badass and came here to play the piano the right way. Now we wait. I tried it a little and got bored. Yeah. It's got weird design decisions. The level design's not great. I'm trying to think. The story is weird. Because it's like, it's a prequel that even at the time that it came out, just led to a lot of weirdness with the existing material. But that's like, the train part is cool. The train part is probably the best part of the game. Like the opening area is definitely the best part. Like I feel like every time I do go to rerun Zero every few years, I get through the train part. And that's normally like, the area immediately after the like facility that you end up at after the train is always like, there's a 50-50 chance that I'm gonna drop the game before I finish the second area. Or if I make it through, I probably am gonna do like a complete replay. The training facility, yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember what kind of facility it was. It's been a while. It's probably been like 4 years since I last played it. The train area is really good. But yeah, there's just so many weird things. Like, obviously, Rebecca going through her whole own survival horror adventure and like killing a tyrant and everything. And then literally hours later in the events of RE1, she's just helpless. Like even in the remake, it didn't change at all in the remake or anything. And the remake came out before Zero, but only like, I think 3 months before Zero or something like that. Like they were being developed simultaneously. So nothing about the remake's story was adjusted to account for Zero, which led to weirdness. even like the little things like Rebecca learning how to play the piano from Billy in that game. It's like, I would not be able to learn how to play piano and then a few hours later perfectly play Moonlight Sonata to open up a secret passage. Like she learned literally like 6 hours ago in universe time, right? Roughly, give or take. And that's maybe, I think it was only a few hours before, right? It's not like it's a full day before or anything. I think it is the same day, if I'm not mistaken. She's a savant, clearly. She's just a prodigy. I'm zipping through. Yeah, she learned a few hours ago, A, and B, she played the piano once a few hours. Like, that is the only time she's played piano, apparently. And again, she then just goes on to play Moonlight Sonata, like, perfectly. What? Zero's weird. The stuff with Birkin and Wesker is weird. Just unnecessary. Like, I don't even remember if that leads to any conflicting stuff with the existing material. But it just feels so not needed for either of their stories. Oh, wow. I'm surprised it took me this long to even get to this. It's because I decided to go in a weird order this time just to change things up a little bit from the Jill run. I normally would have come down this way earlier. 7 months prior. Okay, I remembered them being the same year. I couldn't remember how far apart they were. But yeah, 7 months prior. They were being developed simultaneously, though. And I mean, that's not even getting into like the N64 version of Zero that was being developed before the version that we actually got. So like clearly the story was at least outlined well before RE1 Remake was really being made. There's a whole lot with Zero that the story is weird. And the gameplay is also weird. It's a weird game. It does have some genuine positives. I do have some fun with it every time, but just weird on the whole. I think it's the weakest of like the tank control era. It's on the weaker end in general, probably, not including spin-offs. Oh, shotgun. I wish. I wish. Not today. Someday, but not today. I always feel like there's another item in that room other than the shotgun. Is that the remake fucking with me? Does anyone know? Is there anyone here who's like played the remake way more than the actual original? Is that remake memory kicking in? Because, dude, talk about remake memory being a thing. When I played RE2 recently, I've played RE2 a couple times in like the last 5 years. But I've played RE2 Remake way more in the last like 5 years than I've played the original. Oh, God. We're going to have to pull a crazy dodge. It's only the shotgun. In the remake too? Are you sure? There's something that's making me think there's like an herb or an ink ribbon or something small in there alongside it. 8 bullets. Dodge! Oh my God, it was a good dodge. That was a clean dodge. We're back to that point of needing the knife. God damn it. Oh, this is bad. There is a clip in the dog hallway. I would have to kill the dogs to be able to get it, so I would need to have more than 8 bullets. Actually, drop the first aid spray. And I'll just combine the herbs. Yeah, chemicals are big. But the chemicals, I mean, oh, it does get me a key. I think there is an ink ribbon with the shotgun in the remake. I might be wrong. I swear there's got to be something in there in the remake. And that's probably why I always think because every time I replay RE1, I think there's something in there other than the shotgun. I always feel like there's like the shotgun plus one additional item. So that definitely sounds right to me. I'm trying to think. If I want to go back over to the other side of the mansion, it's not going to be pretty, regardless of how I tackle it. Here's what I can do. We're going to play it. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're not going to save. Because Chris's playthrough gets way less ink ribbons as well, so I can't save as liberally as we did on the Jill run. I'm going to take a first aid spray. I have a plan. Fuck, man, there's like 3 zombies between me and the other side of the house. Not including this guy. I'm not... Oh, fuck. Including that guy, there's 4, but he's not really an issue. This is not going to be pretty. There's 1 blocking the doorway up here. And then there's 2 in the hall. Oh, he's looking this way. Don't fuck with me, please. Ah, for fuck's sake. He's really gonna make this a problem. Shit. Ah, shit. Why did the other one not? We're still yellow. What a badass, Chris Redfield. Oh my god, he's getting back up. Oh, and I'm bit. Okay. It's getting another one soon. I don't believe the RE1 leaks in quotes whatsoever. I've already said it on record. I know that people are leaking that RE1 remake is next, but there are currently 3 different leaks about what the next RE game is. So at this point, I'm in the category, or in the camp rather, of not believing any of the 3. I'm going with the safest option of I have no fucking idea what the next RE remake is going to be. I think of the 3 options, RE1 is by far the least likely. It is kind of my stance on it right now. Because allegedly, RE5 remake is in development, and also allegedly Code Veronica remake is in development. We did survive that. And also allegedly in RE1 remake is in development. And also we know, like confirmed from Capcom, that RE9 is in development. There's no way in hell that they're working on 4 projects, like 1 mainline game and 3 remakes. I don't think so. No. I think one of the remake leaks is true, and the other 2 are just things that people made up, either from copium or for clout. Oh, fuck! I thought I could dodge him with the way he was positioned. I would say of the 3 remakes, from what we've gotten in leaks, Code Veronica is probably... It sounds the most legit right now out of the 3, just in terms of how much info we have. But really, I don't know. I really have no clue. Whatever remake gets announced, like, it could be any of those 3, and I'm still gonna be happy. There's a new unreleased build of AC6 on SteamDB, not inhaling hopium. It's just an update. It's gotta just be a big patch. Surely. That's another one where I'm like, I have nothing concrete to go on with an AC6 expansion or anything being real. So until there's anything official, I don't believe it. Don't believe it. I was gonna say, these guys are still alive, right? I think it's just a balance patch personally. I don't think if it was a standalone expansion that we would see builds on Armored Core 6. I think they would put up a new like code listing and they would run the tests and stuff on that. I don't think they would be testing it on AC6. They could. I just don't think they would. Because FromSoft knows that their shit leaks when they do that. Like, they know that that's how we found out about Elden Ring DLC coming soon and, you know, yada. Like, FromSoft always leaks their stuff through, like, unreleased Steam builds, right? They're well aware that we find out what they're working on through the Steam builds. I don't think they would start running tests for AC6 on for an AC6 DLC on, I forgot the chemicals, on AC6's base game. I think they would make a new listing for sure. I'm just so, like, I've gotten to the point in my gamer journey where I don't get on the hopium for fucking anything anymore. I am just like the ultimate skeptic. Any leak, I'm like, no, there's no way. Not true. Can't be. Legitimately anything, I'm always just like, nope. I'll believe it when they say it. Until then, nope. Nope. I don't think it's entirely out of possibility. I don't think it's entirely out of the realm of possibility, but I think that there's only like a 10% chance that it's real. Right? Like, I think there's a chance, but it's a really small chance, is kind of where I'm at with that. And then I would say like Code Veronica and RE5 are about equally plausible. Code Veronica has the most like substantial leak behind it, like the most believable leak out of the bunch. But RE5 by far makes the most sense from like a business standpoint for Capcom. And also they teased an RE5 remake at the end of RE4. So like the Code Veronica leak seems the most legit if you're just looking at the leaks. But there's also a lot of like surrounding context with RE5 that makes that make a lot of sense. So I would say those two are like equally plausible. I think RE1 remake is just a pipe dream right now. I don't think that it's real. It could be real, but it's a very small chance in my mind that it is. Can I just play very easy to finish it quicker? No. Play it like climbing a mountain. RE6. Here's the thing, chat. Obviously, they wouldn't do 6 until after 5. Like, regardless of what's next, they would have no reason to remake RE6 until after they've remade RE5. If they do decide to remake RE6, I am so down for that. Like, I am so down for an RE6 remake, legitimately. I would be very happy with that. Because think about it. They could make RE6 good. Think about it. Armor key. Can't that? I think the armor key can get me the broken shotgun, right? 6 was a mess. 6 is a very fun mess, to be clear. I think 6 is a game that you can certainly have a lot of fun with, even though it's just not very good. But like, think about if they took that and made it actually good. Like, legitimately a good game. How do you fix 5 or 6? I don't think 5 is that bad. I don't like 5 personally as much as I like 4, talking the originals. But I do think that in terms of core gameplay, RE5 is legitimately just Resident Evil 4 with a really good co-op system built in. Like, it has amazing co-op gameplay if you're playing with an actual second person, which a lot of Resident Evil fans don't because the market is just like, that's not anyway. RE5 is legitimately RE4 but with really good co-op systems built in, and just better base gameplay, like just more fine-tuned, improved core gameplay than RE4. I think the thing that lets RE5 down a lot is if you play in single player, the AI for Sheva sucks ass and is really obnoxious, and the campaign just isn't as interesting, like in terms of the levels and the story, as RE4's. But I think RE5 is legitimately good. It just has some areas that it could use some work. 6 is a mess. 6 would be like a totally different game. Honestly though, like, I think I talked about this last year when RE4 came out, and we were talking about the possibility of a 5 remake because they teased it. And obviously 6 comes up. And so I said last year, right? Like, if they could take the core gameplay of like RE4, because think about how RE3 remake just took the core gameplay systems and mechanics of RE2 and just built on it to be RE3. And RE3 remake is a whole can of worms to get into, but in terms of its core gameplay, RE3 remake just took all the good mechanics and core gameplay of RE2 remake, put it into RE3, right? So I imagined last year, I'm like, if they just did that with the RE5 remake, like, because that's really RE4 and RE5, the originals, are super close. Like, a lot of the core gameplay functionality between those two is shared to begin with. So what if for the remake, they just took like the RE4 remake's core gameplay and stuff and put it into RE5, just make it RE5? I think that would be great. I think that would be such a good time. Also, I can't believe myself for leaving the small key behind. I'm kind of pissed at myself. I needed that small key literally as soon as I put it down. And I would say the same for 6. As much as it would kind of get old at that point, I think if you just made 6's campaigns, but you made them feel closer to survival horror, the way that 4 tries to kind of like trick you into thinking it's legit survival horror, the 4 remake, I mean. Because I think the 4 remake actually did a really good job of that, of giving off like the illusion of survival horror. I think RE4 original did an okay job, but in the case of both of them, there's only so much of that survival horror feel that you can get when you shoot an enemy and it drops you like this big glowy item pickup with a big colorful blue button on screen telling you to grab it. You can only go so far with that. RE5 had its QTEs patched to be off by default. Yeah, there was a patch that allowed you to turn off the RE5 QTEs. On controller, the QTEs aren't bad. On mouse and keyboard, I can imagine, because dude, I've played some mouse and keyboard games that will randomly just throw like a button mash QTE at you, and they're never fun. Like, you know what doesn't feel natural at all? When you're playing a mouse and keyboard game and then all of a sudden it's like mash E really fast to get through this. Like mashing a face button on a controller, easy. Like your thumb is kind of made for that. Like just the way you hold your hand and everything, like it's perfect. Your index finger on the E key is not made for that, like at all. It feels so awkward to try to mash on mouse and keyboard. The QTEs were horrid. Q, E, or space. Yeah, that shit's awful. Like, mouse and keyboard QTEs are actually the worst. On controller, I don't mind them as long as it's not, like, super overdone. Because I think everyone, really. Like, you throw one QTE at me every once in a while, fine. Like, I don't really care that much. They can be fun. But if it's like constant QTEs, like every 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna get annoyed. That's the case on controller, for the record. On mouse and keyboard, really, if you throw like any button mash QTE at me on mouse and keyboard, I'm already annoyed. Like, it only takes the one. I'm sick of it as soon as you throw one at me on mouse and keyboard. It's just not made for that. From hitting the wrong keys. Yeah, mouse and keyboard QTEs are not good. Ow, fuck. How's my health? Oh, we're at full health, pretty much. With 15 bullets, I might... No, I probably can't kill both of the dogs, actually. There's a small chance, but I feel like I'd have to get super lucky. At this rate, it'll be completely done in a week. I don't believe it. Have they talked frame rates at all for Shad? Because everyone keeps talking like specular maps, sound effects. Have we heard anything on like performance at all? Because, like, that's the... I keep saying it, and people are probably sick of me being the buzzkill with Bloodborne emulation. Performance is great. What is it, though? Because, like... it has to run better than it does on PS4 for it to actually be, like, a version that you can recommend that people play. Man, that's actually a really easy dodge when you come from that direction. Getting up to like 120? On what? There's no fucking way. With an asterisk? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you have to have a bunch of stuff disabled. That has to be like on the absolute top of the line hardware. There's no way that like 120 FPS is the experience that people can expect to get. There's no shot. Whoa! That was a crazy turn for him to take. When certain things bug out. I'm still in skeptic camp on that. There's no fucking way. And I guess you should also consider, like... they only just got specular maps working. And normal maps weren't working until like a few days ago as well. So like, if it's not actually properly emulating and rendering in the full game, we have no clue what the performance is going to be like until we can see that. It runs great on a NASA supercomputer. The only reason I'm so skeptical of 120 FPS is like, PS3 games don't emulate that well. Some do, but only the ones that have had like a decade of patchwork and just slow improvements on RPCS3. And even then, some of those games don't run that well. Looking at you, God of War 3, Uncharted, I guess now the Gen 5 Armored Core games run well. But that's a very recent thing. And even then, you do have to be on like top-end hardware for that. Like, I can emulate it well on like a 4080 and a 13th gen i9. But even then, I'm like hovering around 60, dipping into the 40s on occasion. I don't know. Oh, is almost impossible. I thought you said is possible for, I read it wrong at first. And I'm like, I don't know if that's realistic. I don't feel like it is. They still crash all the time for me. What, Gen 5? Yeah, like even that, there's still work that needs to be done. 60 FPS is pretty good. I use 60 as like the benchmark just because if you're emulating, in my mind, some people emulate because it allows for easy piracy. I'm not one of those people. I emulate to upscale and get a better experience than I could get on original hardware, right? Because otherwise I would just play the game on PS4. Like I can do that today. I don't have to wait for that. I can just go do that, right? So I'm expecting, like if I'm gonna emulate a game, I do that because I want to get a better experience than what's available on the original hardware. So until Bloodborne is running at like a smooth frame rate, like smoother than PS4, and I guess officially PS5 because it still only runs at 30 on the official PS5 version without modding it. Yeah, like until it runs at lossless quality, probably at like 1440p, I could settle for 1080, but again, I want it to be better than the PS4 version is kind of like the thing. Man, having the shotgun and having like a good amount of ammo for it and all that. Yeah, until the game runs and like looks as good as it does, if not better, and runs smoother than it does, if not better, on PS4, it's not worth it. Someone has searched here already. It appears to be a switch. I'm just looking at a bunch of different emulators trying it out. Or sorry, a bunch of different YouTubers trying it out. I read too fast. I don't know. I don't believe that it's moving this fast and is working this well when games that look a lot worse on a system that's a lot easier to emulate are still struggling to run smoothly after years of work. You know what I mean? Still gonna be a dream. That's what I'm saying. But because of like the Shad PS4 Bloodborne work, everyone is suddenly on the train of like, within a year, we're gonna be playing Bloodborne remastered on emulator. And I'm like, whoa, you guys, there's no way that that's gonna be true. Like, it's impossible for me to believe that. Like, I can't believe that. When you find the shotgun, you remember it's Resident Evil. Yeah, I'm not reading the notes this time. I was about to, but then I remembered we just read them. I'll collect them, but I ain't reading all that again. A lot of the roughness in the graphics was made with CRT in mind. That's true. I don't like the way CRT filters look on emulators. I think they look kind of ass. Like, a lot of them don't properly smooth things out to actually look like a CRT. They kind of just like add scan lines and some blurriness. I think a lot of the CRT filters for like DuckStation and stuff just kind of look like shit. Which is why I don't use them. And also, like, yeah, as much as Chris's portrait there looks way worse than it would on a CRT, everything else in RE1 looks great. I hope it moves swiftly. Oh yeah, I want it to make as much progress as it can, as soon as it can. Like, I'm a big emulation enthusiast, so it's a big deal that it's becoming a possibility right now. But like, Bloodborne specifically has caused such a buzz, and so many people are hopping on this like clickbait train of it's going to be running great within a few months. And I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, it could theoretically be the case that like Bloodborne runs great on emulator in the next few months, but it's incredibly unrealistic that that actually happens. I think it might be playable by the end of the year, maybe. That's even a big maybe in my mind. I don't think it will be on par with the PS4 version by the end of the year. I don't think that's going to be the case at all. I'm using like 5 different filters at once to get good CRT effects. Yeah, it's a lot of those filters just don't look very good, in my opinion. Plus, a lot of good PS1 games, like outside of a lot of PS1 games was all I meant to say. I don't know why I said good. A lot of PS1 games outside of like 2D elements, don't really need the CRT look, right? Theoretically, you can build a specific version that can run at a playable frame rate, not 60, but playable. Yeah, like I'm sure you could do the God of War 3 thing where I always say that God of War runs like shit still, which isn't entirely true. But the way that people get God of War 3 emulated at good frame rates these days is they run God of War 3, but like they turn off the shadows and they turn off the ambient occlusion. And like you go through and you turn off like every post-processing effect, all the lighting and stuff, and then it runs at like 100 frames a second. But at that point, the game looks like shit. Like it looks worse than God of War 2. So in my mind, it's not worth emulating that version of, like, if that's what you have to do to get it to run well, I don't want to play that version, right? I would rather just play it on the PS3. I have it on the PS3. Granted, the PS3 is the worst console to use with a capture card ever. I have never once in my life had a good experience trying to use a PS3 with an Elgato. Never once. So for any PS3 game that I can't emulate well, like get good performance and have it look better than the PS3 version, I normally just don't play them for videos or streams if I can avoid it. Upscaling the game to 1080p with anti-aliasing still is pretty good looking. I think PS2 games upscaled look great. Like without CRT and everything, I think they genuinely just look really good. My XR1 Pro just refused to accept it. That's how any really generic capture card is. You kind of need like PS3 specific cards. And you know, those are all like 11 years out of date at this point. So good luck with those if you do decide to buy one. It's kind of just a crapshoot. Using something generic like an XR1 Pro or an Elgato is just, yeah. It's because the PS3 has a weird, and actually the PS4 and 5 also have the same failsafe, but you can turn them off in the settings. The PS3, it's locked to on. You can't disable it. But there's something in the PS3. I can't remember what it's called. Again, it's on PS4 and 5 as well. I think on the PS4, it's on by default, but you can turn it off. I remember turning it off on my PS4. PS5 has it, but I don't know if it's defaulted to on or not. But they have a failsafe, DHCP, thank you. That sounds right. They have a failsafe in there that literally is meant to prevent the video output of the console from working with like capture devices. Why? Why? Which is why you need something like specifically for the PS3, or you need like a modded PS3 where you've disabled it. I have neither. Probably, what else am I doing with my PS3? I could how hard is it to mod a PS3? And does anyone know from experience? Is it a pain? I'm not using my PS3 for anything else. My PS3 probably hasn't even been plugged in for like 4 years. It's just sitting in there in like my closet. Actually, it might be in my storage unit. I don't even know if it's here at the house. Just collecting dust, whichever place it is. It might be at my storage unit. I don't even know if it's, oh fuck. I don't have a slot for you. And I'm not gonna just burn this herb for it. Chris doesn't get many herbs. Is Nintendo going after people for streaming their games? Nintendo's so weird about that, dude. Because normally they don't care if you just stream the game, but it was like the modded Breath of the Wild and stuff. Okay, it might not be DHCP. Maybe it is? I don't know. There is something in the settings on PS4 and 5. And it's the same thing they had on the PS3. You just can't disable it on that system. Is it DHCP? Because if that's about IP address, that sounds different. Modding PS3 is kind of easy, not gonna lie. Not that I would ever think about such a thing, Sony, but good to know. Potentially. In the event that I ever like need to play a game that is exclusively on PlayStation 3 and emulates like shit, and like really my only option to get good footage is to just play it on the PS3. If I'm ever in that scenario, which is a very specific scenario to get into nowadays, but if I'm ever in that situation, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep it in mind. But yeah, YouTube does have its own like emotes and stuff. HDCP, that... Now that might be right. HD? Maybe, maybe. What other door? Oh, you looked it up. Okay, so that is the one then. At least they let you turn it off on the new systems. But like, why, man? Why is it even there? Why? Why do you need something like that? Why are you trying to protect the consoles from working with video capture hardware? I don't get it. Every port of every game? No. Although with like RE1, it actually has one of the coolest console ports that I've looked into in a while, because I looked into the ports a little bit while I was doing the video just for fun. The Sega Saturn port of RE1 is super impressive. They spent like a whole year making it after RE1 came out. But the Sega Saturn port of RE1 is really impressive. It looks like noticeably worse when you put it side by side with the PS1 version. But they got like the whole game functioning the exact same on the Sega Saturn. And yeah, the DS port is commonly referred to as the best version of RE1 because it's got like quality of life stuff like the knife change. And it has the most content out of all the versions. I'm obviously partial to my OG black box PS1 copy. If you've spent any amount of time here with me talking about RE1 versions, it's very obvious that this is my favorite version. It's just, this is what it was. And it might not have all the fancy extra content. It might not have the difficulty modes. Chris's campaign might be the hardest out of any of the versions. But like, this was RE1 when it came out. This was just the game. They changed it a lot across all the different re-releases in very small ways that kind of added up over time. But like, this was the game. This was it. This was what it was. Also has quick turn. The DS version probably has quick turn. I can't imagine it doesn't, considering like how much quality of life, or how many quality of life improvements the tank control games went through by that point. It probably has it. Now, you know what it really needs is some emergency dodge action from RE3. Richard from Bravo Team. DS version has awful... Well, it's a DS. It's a DS game. So, yeah. I'm not shocked. Rest in peace, Richard. Terrible demons. I just had one of those ADHD moments where I opened up my YouTube dashboard on my second monitor, and at a glance, I caught a comment on the MGS5 Ground Zeroes review of a guy saying that the camera and the controls in that game are trash. In Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't understand some gaming opinions. Like, I encounter a lot of gaming opinions in the wild doing this whole YouTube thing. Sometimes I just come across opinions that I'm like, what? Like, how? What? How does one reach this conclusion? The remake is great. I'm talking more re-releases of like actual RE1. The remake is fantastic. I love RE1 Remake. But in my mind, it's a totally different game. Like, I think of the RE remakes as just being entirely their own things. I don't even try to compare the original games to the remakes, unless we're talking about like cut content or something. Other than that, I just kind of regard everything as being completely in its own category, if that makes sense. God tier soundtracks. Well, DS music, any like lower quality music in gaming can be super god tier, because like there's sort of like this thing of when you're working with that sort of hardware, you have to make really good music to compensate for the lower quality. I mean, it's just like an old gaming system in general, like not even particular to the DS or anything. So you get amazing soundtracks from like older games, right? Mario Kart DS is the best Mario Kart soundtrack, is it? I don't think I've really heard that soundtrack. Forgot I would need the lighter. I'm making good progress on the Chris run. I somehow haven't died. I'm somehow at a point where we've got a good amount of ammo. And honestly, I haven't even left that many zombies behind. How many have I? I can think of 2 that I left behind. Oh, 3. There's a 3rd one. Oh man, I never did the puzzle with the paintings. Oh, the dogs are still alive. Oh, I could go kill the dogs and grab the clip. I probably will lose like a couple pistol rounds from doing that. But, I hate leaving items behind knowingly. Oh my god, and I've left a ton of herbs outside. Okay, yeah. There are a few things. Once for the review of the original and remake, and another time for completion. I found another zombie that's still alive. RE0 didn't get a remake. Oh, do you just mean the HD release of Zero? We'll probably have to beat it more than once for completion. Because, you know, achievements. Like, I don't know what Zero has for achievements. But isn't there a clip in here, actually? We're so cooking. We're so cooking. But I know there's going to be, like, knife-only run. Beat the game without ever using the item box. There's going to be all the generic achievements that, like, the modern RE games get. So we'll probably have to do a lot of playthroughs of Zero. Maybe I'll learn to appreciate Zero more from that. Maybe I'll learn to hate it more. Completion journeys for the streams always go one way or the other with that. I either come out of it with like newfound appreciation, or I'm like, man, that shit really does suck, huh? It goes one way or the other. Also, Wesker mode? Question mark? Oh, you're right. Zero doesn't have an item box. You're right. Every run of Zero is a no item box run. Do you think they have an achievement in there, in its place, that's like, complete a run without ever discarding an item? I would actually lose my goddamn mind. I would not be able to do that. I mean, I guess it would be the same as doing a no item box run. But dude, Zero is hard. Zero is a genuinely difficult game. It might be the hardest of the tank control RE games. It probably is. That could also just be because I haven't played Zero as many times, now that I think about it. But I remember Zero being fucking hard. And that kind of being part of my frustration with that game. Where it's like, I already don't like some of the design decisions. I don't love its story. And then it's also just a hard game. Bitch. Toss up between Zero and Code Veronica? Really? I feel like I remember Zero being way harder. Code Veronica's pretty... It's kind of rough. Thinking about it now. It definitely has some spots where it's pretty rough, actually. Okay, we do profit like 2 bullets on this hallway. Beautiful. I wasn't sure about it because they have more health on Chris's run. But sure enough, that's profit. I would think Zero is harder, just going off of memory. But you could be right with Code Veronica. There are 47 achievements in Zero. Yeesh. That's a lot of achievements. There are so many herbs here, I'm just gonna have to. Oops. Okay, Chris. Good caveman shot. I looked at chat for a fucking second. You can save a lot of ammo using that. I remember ammo getting pretty tight in CV. Like, now that it's been brought up, I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, that game actually could be pretty tough. The last time I replayed Code Veronica was like a year ago. Actually. A little over a year ago. It was like maybe a year and 3 months ago. I played it for stream. We played it on stream like a year and 3 months ago. Ish. Here's a maybe spicy take. At least from what I've gathered of the RE community, here's a spicy take. I think Code Veronica is really fucking good. I think that's a really good Resident Evil game. Personally. I know some people agree with me. Like my best friend ever, totally, Jared from Avalanche Reviews, who actually shares a lot of Resident Evil opinions with me, which is a bad thing probably, because I know how much a lot of the Resident Evil community really doesn't like Jared because of some of his opinions. I don't hold the most controversial opinion of his. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about already knows the opinion. Like, the one that people get really mad at because, to be fair, it's a bad opinion. Granted, he's also, like, he's taken back that opinion at this point, but it's so well archived in a lot of his older videos. What opinion? The camera angles one. Which, to spell it out for people who aren't familiar with it, he did a series reviewing every Resident Evil game. That's how his channel blew up. Like, a lot like what my format is when I go through game series. And he had an opinion for, like, the majority of his time doing the series. Near the end, he dropped it and was like, you know what? I was wrong. But he had an opinion that a game couldn't be a survival horror game if it didn't have fixed camera angles and tank controls. And that was a bad opinion. That was, like, people hated that. I didn't get super mad at it, but I was all like, every time he would say it, I would be like, what? What are you talking about, man? But that one pissed people off a lot. And he stood by it for a while. I think it was when he played Resident Evil 7 that he was like, you know what, you guys? This is a first-person shooter that is also a good survival horror game. Like, this game made me realize that I am wrong. But to be fair, the videos where he would always talk about that stuff were like Resident Evil 4. And I don't think that Resident Evil 4 fits the genre of survival horror well at all. Like, that's surely going to come up in my series at some point. That's a hill I'm going to have to defend myself on and die on. I think Resident Evil 4 does a great job giving the illusion of a proper survival horror game, but I don't think it actually is one. I think too many of RE4's design elements fly in the face of survival horror foundationally. But the camera angle... It's a horror-themed action game? Yeah, I would definitely say RE4 is action horror. Oh, was it RE2 Remake? I couldn't remember if it was... I was thinking it might have been 2-make, but I couldn't remember if it was that or 7. But yeah, it was one or the other. When he was like, you know what? I'll be real, you guys. That was a shit take. But people still to this day give him so much shit over that take. Even though he dropped it like 5+ years ago. That's just the internet. That's just how this shit goes. Doom 3. I'm out. I'm dodging this one. Anyway, it is about that time. And I have a very busy night. I'm actually... Resi 4 is survival horror if you squint very hard. That's a good way of putting it. Actually, before I go, right away, don't leave yet. Listen. See at False? Yes. I will be on friend of the show, False's stream tonight, playing Halo 5. She had never played any of the... I almost said survival horror games. Any of the Halo games. We've been playing through them in co-op together, as she's been experiencing them for the first time. That's her link tree in chat, by the way. We'll be on Twitch, for the record. So tonight we're starting Halo 5, which if you don't know Halo at all, it's the one that everyone hates. It's yeah, it's going to be a time. It's going to be an experience. So if you're interested in that at all, that starts in 3 hours. I'll be there 3 hours from right now playing Halo 5 with her. Be warned, she's a VTuber. Anyway, with that plug out of the way for not even my stuff, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing... What are we doing? Armored Core, Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Elden Ring DLC. Still haven't finished that. We're close though. We're like 1 or 2 streams away, probably. At least it feels like that. Come back for any of it. We hang out and we talk about games, like what we did today, every day. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to leave a like. Algorithm stuff, you know how it goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.